Hey guys, Alex Ryan here. In this video, we're going to be looking at negotiation strategies. If you're looking to get something started on Amazon, maybe you started connecting with suppliers on Amazon, maybe you started getting samples. Wherever you are right now, there are negotiation strategies that you can implement to get a cheaper price, get a better deal in shipping, or maybe even a lower MOQ. So let's go through those right now, okay? So there's quite a few. First one is asking for lower MOQs. That's the biggest thing, right? Some suppliers in Alibaba say, oh man, you got to get 3,000 products, right? Not on my watch, right? Typically when I start testing products, it's usually 200, 300, maybe 100, but really no more than kind of 500 is kind of borderline where I stop, right? So I'm always about testing. So you don't want to be ordering 10,000 of a product, you want to be ordering 500 of a product, right? Keep things small, rather than going all in one product, go after 3 different products in the same niche ideally. So you need to test, all right? So first step is lower MOQs, all right? So how do you go about doing that? Lower MOQ, all right? A couple of different reasons, right? You say test quantities. This is just a test. You can come in a little bit closer so you can see this, right? So test quantity, right? We're just testing the market, test the market, right? We're just testing the market. We want to see how well this product goes. And then after the initial test, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be ordering on the second order a lot larger, right? So you can say test quantity, test market, or trial order, that kind of thing, all right? And that gets them excited. You need to stress another thing, right? Number 2, you need to stress long-term relationship, LTR, right? Long-term business, long-term relationship. The Chinese love that. We really want to work with you. We want to work with you for the next 2 years. We are looking for a profitable partnership, all right? You need to say these things to them because they love, these are the key words that they love. They want to work with you and you obviously want to work with them. You want to make money, they want to make money. So stress a long-term relationship with them, all right? 3, give them a call on the phone, right? No one does this. I don't know why they don't do it, right? I've been doing import-export now for 11 years. You need to call them. You need to build that long-term relationship, the rapport with them, right? Call them on the phone. Now, they will have someone that speaks English there. Now, it might not be the best English, the bestest English, right? But it will be English. So give them a call, say, hey, it's Sharon here, it's Karen, it's John, it's Jim, whoever you are, right? Say, it's Jim here. I would love to communicate with you by email or WhatsApp, right? I want to build a long-term relationship. What's your name? Your name is Kenny or Mr. John or wherever your name is, right? I'm going to email you I'm looking forward to working with you, right? Give them a call because that builds trust. And guess what? They remember you, right? So by giving them a call, you are on the tip of their tongue, on the tip of their memory, right? So lower MOQ, test quantity, test market, trial order. And there's a few other things you can do as well, which is stock, existing stock, right? Does it exist right now? So some people might be going, the supplier might go, oh yes, okay, we have to make your order. And I typically say, I only want to do a smaller, low MOQ, right? They may well, yeah, that's fine, but we actually have to make your order. And I say, hold on a second here. How many units does your supplier or your factory produce a month, right? Oh, Mr. Sir, or Mrs. Madam, we produce 10,000 units a month. Well, don't you, producing all those units, don't you have a few lying around right now that I can order so I can just test and do a test quantity? Do you have a few lying around, right? Because sometimes the Chinese are not creative. It takes you to be a little bit creative and suggest a few ways you can work together, right? So saying things like, do you have any lying around? Maybe that could be my test quantity. Yes, we have 100 lying around in the back. Yes, great. All right, well, give me those, right? I know I can't customize, I can't put my logos on them, right? But I'm just saying, I'll take those off your hands, I'll get them on Amazon, get them selling, and the second order, I'll be ordering and you can manufacture, right? Does that make sense? Hopefully it does, guys, all right? So does the stock exist? Does the stock actually exist, in the back? Step 5 is called piggybacking, all right? So what that means is you could say, do you have any current orders in progress right now? I just got back from the Canton Fair. There are orders galore coming out of these suppliers, right? This is where you can get lower MOQs, right? You can say, okay, do you have any American customers or do you have any orders currently happening right now? Yes, we have. We've got 3 orders right now, 10,000 units, 20,000 units, they may not be specific about what orders they're doing, right? But you can say, okay, I only want 500 units, right? But you're doing right now 10,000 units, right? So how about you add my order to the big order and you give me the same price, preferably at the 10,000 units, right? Now I understand completely if I want my own logo on it, I can't do that, right? Because it's going to be exactly the same as this order right here, right? That's called piggybacking. That's how you get a cheap price at the 10th at a higher quantity, right? But you don't pay the higher quantity and you still get your test run, right? So piggybacking, okay? 5, 6, so 6 now. And then the last one, and the most important is, because most people think cost, how do I get it cheaper? Well, guys, it's not just about cheaper, right? It's about quantity, it's about relationship, giving them a call, getting existing stock, piggybacking, right? It's not just about how do I get a cheaper price. That's what everyone else is saying. All the inexperienced Amazon sellers, they're saying, how do I get it cheaper, all right? So I usually leave that for last, all right? Actually, last one is actually shipping, right? But in terms of cost, there's a few ways. You could say, in my initial order, can we get it a little bit cheaper? What is the most preferred price that you can give this to us, right? Remember, we are looking for a long-term relationship. We are established Amazon sellers. We would love to work with you long-term, right? So cost, right? By saying that sort of stuff, you can get a lower cost per unit, all right? So by doing that. Now, if you can't haggle too much of them, you haggle too much of them, right? They're going to give you a cheaper quality product. So cost-wise, they'll usually lower it a little bit more, but yeah, so I'm just saying, that's, the cost is really, you're just gonna ask them for a low cost, right? Shipping-wise, ask them, don't forget, get multiple quotes, but see if you can get a cheaper shipping rate as well. Usually they'll know someone that could be a lot lower in quantity, right? I think that pretty much covered everything, guys. This is kind of like negotiation 101, right? But giving them a call, asking for test or sample orders, just saying, hey guys, I'd love to work with you. I always typically say, are you at the Canton Fair? Because only really the experienced Amazon or the experienced suppliers are at the Canton Fair. They take the time to go there, right? So I typically ask him. It actually makes you guys look more professional. And I usually Google their address as well, just some supplier checks. So Google the address, see if it's in the city. If it's in the middle of Hong Kong, guess what, guys? You're dealing with a trading company and not a manufacturer. So hopefully this made a little bit more sense. And yeah, get cracking, guys. Get cracking on negotiation. And it isn't it's not brain surgery doing this. It's really quite simple. You do a lot of it via chat. I typically do a few things like, I know it's a bit, I send them gifts, right? I send a lot of gifts because the Chinese love gifts. If you go there in person, I tell all my clients to bring gifts. In fact, I was there with one of my business partners and students recently in China, we brought like little koalas. We actually had, look at this. These are all samples, by the way. And guess what? A lot of these samples were given to us because we gave them a gift, right? This one especially, the electric wine opener. I believe we actually gave them a gift. And, oh, here we go. Oh, awesome. Here we go. Right, there you go. Serendipity. I'm talking about it. It's right in front of me. All right. These little gifts right here, little koalas. You see that? All right. And look, it's got a little boomerang, right? They love this stuff, right? If you're meeting the supplier face to face, turning up with a bottle of Johnny Walker doesn't go too far amiss as well, right? But giving them little gifts like this, they appreciate this. I sometimes, if I can't go to China and meet them, and you don't really have to anyway, sending this to them in the mail also makes a big difference as well. Ask them on Alibaba, what's your name, or what's your address? I'd like to send you something, right? And you'd show up, it might be a little bar of chocolate and maybe one of these, right? Simple things go far, and they remember you. You might get a lower MOQ, better price just by spending 50 cents on a little koala for them. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. Lastly, actually, if you can't get a low MOQ and you're like, I can't get it from Alibaba, there's another website out there called AliExpress. They deal mainly in wholesale, right? So they sell sometimes 1 or 10 units, right? You pay a little bit more price, right? But AliExpress.com is also another one you can use. All this sort of stuff, guys. Yeah, if you have questions, hit me up. I'll love to work with you. All right, and don't forget, every Monday I'm doing a training session. Make sure you're on that training session. It's live. It's me answering your questions. All right. Bye bye for now. Have a fantastic day. See you later.